Commanders fans, is there anything better than the Washington Commanders beating a division rival? Well, you have the chance to do that right now by clicking that subscribe button and joining our family here at the Commanders Report, because we are currently in the middle of a sub-battle this week with the rest of the Chat Sports channels, covering the rest of the NFC East teams, and we are right there at the top, just 3 subscribers away from the Cowboys Report. If we can get over the edge here, we could come out with the victory for this week. Giants now and Eagles now are right on our tails, but we're right behind the Cowboys Report. Today is the day to make it happen. Let's get a W here in the NFC East by clicking that subscribe button for us right now. Welcome into the Commanders Report. I am your host, Jack Sperry. On today's show, we're going to be breaking down the recent rumor that the Washington Commanders are pursuing Kareem Hunt in NFL free agency. Then we're also going to be talking about the Commanders' sale here between Dan Snyder and Josh Harris. When is that going to be coming through? Because if it's not happening before training camp, that could affect the way that the team performs during training camp this year, and that could be quite important. So let's just jump right into today's news here, which is that the Washington Commanders, according to Josina Anderson, are now pursuing Kareem Hunt, formerly with the Cleveland Browns and Kansas City Chiefs, a really dynamic, explosive running back in NFL free agency. They're kind of trying to be quiet about it, trying to ask around, see if he's still up to par to try to be a number 1 running back option in the National Football League. And I definitely think it's an interesting possibility. I'm going to be breaking down his stats from last couple of seasons and why he might be a good fit here in the nation's capital. But first, let me know in the comments section, should Washington sign Kareem Hunt in NFL free agency before the start of training camp? Give me a yes or no down there in the comments. Can't wait to see how you're feeling about potentially grabbing Kareem Hunt. All right, so now to me, this is not surprising whatsoever. We even talked about this the other day, that I think that this is something that the Commanders could be doing, and now Josina Anderson is just confirming that fact. So why could the Commanders potentially want to go get Kareem Hunt? Number one, at least in my opinion, they're lacking a true number 1 running back here. Okay, Brian Robinson Jr., he's a very solid back, but he's not really dynamic in any sort of way. He doesn't have elite long speed. He doesn't have great agility. He's just very, very solid. And Kareem Hunt is more of that dynamic talent that could give the Commanders a little bit more flavor, a little bit more spice in this running back room, at least in my opinion. At this point in the offseason, Hunt isn't going to cost that much. It's probably going to cost under $5 million for a 1-year contract to bring in Kareem Hunt here, and I just think that's going to be really, really good for the team. And then also, he had his best seasons of his career, rookie season, sophomore season in Kansas City with guess who as his offensive coordinator? That's right, Eric Bienemy, the new offensive coordinator here in Washington. You take a look at his stats during those first 2 seasons he had in the league, and he was definitely a number 1 option in this league. The last couple of years, he's been in Cleveland as a number 2 option, but you take a look at those stats from Kareem Hunt back in Kansas City, almost a touchdown a game for Hunt there with the Chiefs, with Bienemy as his OC. 79.7 yards per game. That's a very good number as well. And, the question is, can he still get these kinds of numbers now that he's spent the last couple of seasons in Cleveland, and he's been kind of demoted to more of a running back 2 type of status, because Nick Chubb, of course, is one of the best running backs in the National Football League, and Hunt had to play kind of second fiddle in that really, really nice Cleveland Browns run game the last couple of years. 3 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. He's definitely gotten running back 2 type of production, because Nick Chubb is just Nick Chubb. He's one of the best in the National Football League. But in my opinion, given the production that you see from Kareem Hunt, I still think he could potentially give this running back room a spark. Now, coming up here, I'm going to be telling you guys whether or not I would make this move to sign Kareem Hunt and add him to this running back room. But first, I want to tell you about this t-shirt combo that we got on the Chat Sports website right now. It's absolutely fantastic. We got this burgundy shirt, the short sleeve, and then also during the summer, guys, if you have a colorized long sleeve tee, it can get super hot. But if it's white, it's a lot better. And we got this awesome designed white long sleeve t-shirt to go along with it. I think this is a perfect combo for every Commanders fan that wants to be repping the burgundy and gold this summer. So go to chatsports.com/Commanders combo to get these shirts here on sale for the combined price here for the combo. You can get it for $29.99 right now for the Father's Day sale that we got going on. So go to chatsports.com/Commanders combo before that sale ends here pretty soon. So personally, I would sign running back Kareem Hunt. I think this is exactly what the Commanders need in their running back room right now because, like I said before, Brian Robinson Jr., he is fine. He is solid. He's got good vision. You know, he makes the right decisions and going into the different lanes that are open and all these different things. But as we saw at Alabama and his rookie season here in Washington, like he's just not a dynamic athlete. Like he's got good athleticism, he's got good speed, but he's not really elite in any category, so he's not really a home run hitter. And then Antonio Gibson, he's got that dynamic element to his game, but he's more of a receiver. He's got some really bad vision. He makes poor choices choosing between run lanes, and hopefully that fixes itself this year. Hopefully Gibson can be that dynamic weapon for the Commanders this year, but Kareem Hunt has been doing this for a long time, and at this point in the offseason, it's really not going to cost you that much if you're the Commanders. Right now, Washington has about $11.5 million available in 2023 cap space right now to spend, and in my opinion, the cost to go get a guy like Hunt is going to be like $3 million, $4 million, maybe $5 million at this point, because you're going to be putting him in quite an important role in your offense. So he's going to want to get paid a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy like it would have been if he would have signed earlier in the free agency period. Now, for me, I say let's get a deal done, all right? Let's get Kareem Hunt in the burgundy and gold this year. I think that it's a very high upside move, and as long as Hunt isn't looking for a massive contract, like looking for $10+ million or something crazy like that, I think this is absolutely something Ron Rivera and the Washington Commanders should be looking at. And speaking of Ron Rivera here, let's shift over to the next topic of today's video, which is we're going to be talking about the Commanders' sale between Dan Snyder and Josh Harris because it's not finalized yet, and Ron Rivera really wants this thing to get done before training camp opens on July 25th. He said that it would help a lot if the team sale is completed before training camp, just so it's not a distraction for everybody in the locker room. If you're dealing with this entire thing, the fate of the franchise is in balance when you're trying to prepare for such an important season here in 2023, where if you don't make the playoffs, the entire coaching staff might be fired. I mean, that's just not the kind of distraction that you want in your locker room heading into training camp. You want that finalized. You want all that stuff to be done so that you can focus on what's important, winning football games for the Commanders in 2023. So it's definitely time to finalize now. Okay, so the NFL has officially sent out a notice to its owners that there's going to be a couple of dates where the owners can decide and vote on the finalization of this deal. So the dates are July 20th and August 8th. So those are the two dates that NFL owners can get their votes in by. Okay, so and what's really important here is that Washington Commanders training camp starts July 25th. Now, if I were to guess here, I would say a lot of these NFL owners, they're going to wait around a little bit because they want the competitive advantage of this distraction to be around. So they're going to probably be waiting towards the August 8th deadline there to get their votes in. And by the way, for this sale to go through, the Washington Commanders need to get 24 yes votes in order for Josh Harris to become officially the new majority owner of the Commanders. And I think that the deal will get done eventually. I think the other owners in the league, they hate Dan Snyder. They want him out of the league, but they also want that competitive advantage, and they want this to drag out as much as possible to try to put that distraction in the Commanders locker room. It's kind of slimy. It's kind of gross, but it's just the way the NFL works. It's an extremely competitive business. I guess we'll just have to see how this unfolds here over the next couple of weeks. So let me know right now in the comments section. Grade the Dan Snyder era in Washington. Okay, so over the last couple of decades, let me know how you think Dan Snyder did as the owner of the Washington Commanders. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. I have a feeling I'm going to see a lot of Fs in the comments section on this one. All right, Commanders fans, that's going to be it for me today. Really do appreciate all the support. If you made it to the end of today's video, we have videos like this every single day here on the channel. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Help us win that sub battle in the NFC East. And make sure to turn on your notifications as well so you never miss any of our free content here on YouTube.